Hello friends, welcome to Global Online. Friends, in this video we are going to discuss some important concepts on child development and pedagogy for your upcoming Central Teacher Eligibility Test 2022. And friends, if you are preparing for Central Teacher Eligibility Test CTET 2022, then this lecture is very helpful for you. So in this lecture we are discussing some concepts and also some MCQs also we are going to discuss. So let us start. So, and before moving to the lecture, if you are preparing for Central TET 2022, so here for paper 1 we are providing complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock test plus complete syllabus notes only at rupees 2000. And also for paper 2 we are providing complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock test plus complete syllabus notes only at rupees 2000. You can also join paper 1 and paper 2 at a time. You will get discount also. To join for this you can contact 817913841. You can send a WhatsApp message to this number. So now let us move to the lecture. So in today's lecture we are going to discuss about development and its relation with learning. Then we will also discuss influence of heredity and environment. So these topics we are going to cover in today's session. So let us move. And also friends, for the preparation of various examinations such as NET, KCET and TET, for such examination you can also go through our global online app which is available in the Play Store. So you can download our app and you can register by using your email ID or mobile number. So let us move to the today's session. So in today's session we will discuss about development and its relation with learning. Yes, here development. So let us start with development. So development it is a process. Development is a process which includes growth, maturation and also learning. So the development it includes, yes, it includes maturation, and also it includes growth, and it also includes learning. So all these are included in the development. So its general psychological sense refers to certain changes that occurs in human beings or animals between conception and death. So between conception and death, whatever changes are occurring in human beings are known as the is known as the development. So overall changes in the human, yes, overall changes in the human beings, that is from conception to till death, is known as the development. So next, development, it is a change where a person is developing and changing from dependency to autonomy. So this is in this way development we can also say it is change in the people, and the people are changing from dependency to autonomy. So these changes appear in orderly ways and are relatively permanent, and these relations are these changes are relatively permanent. Yes, development refers to both quantitative as well as qualitative. Yes, this point you must remember. Development, it is both quantitative and also qualitative. Then development includes not only in structure but also it is a function. Development, it can be assessed, it can be evaluated. So next, let us see some definitions here. The first definition is development, it is not limited to the growing layer. Instead, it consists of progressive series of changes towards the goal of maturity. So due to development, new abilities are growing in a mind, in human beings. So development means it is not related to only to the growth. Yes, it is a progressive series of changes. Yes, from the conception to till death, there are many changes which are taking place in human behavior. So this is known as the development. New abilities are going to develop by man. Then one more definition is development consists of two processes. One is integration, another one is differentiation. And development is concerned with growth as well as those changes in behavior which results from environmental situations. So whatever changes we are getting in human beings by environmental conditions is known as the development. Yes, now let us discuss about growth. Growth is defined as physical increase in the size of the body. Yes, whatever changes we are observing physically in human beings is known as the growth, such as changes in the weight, changes in the height, and changes in the internal organs referred to the growth. Then growth takes place only physical aspect. Then it refers to quantitative change. Yes, please remember growth is a quantitative change, but development it is both qualitative and quantitative, but growth it is only quantitative and it can be measured. Then following are some characteristics of development. So some characteristics of development, let us see. Here the first one is there is a particular order for the development. Yes, it follows a certain sequence. Yes, first there will be infancy, then early childhood, then later childhood, then adolescence, then at the end maturity. So in this way development is going to follow this particular sequence. Next, development refers to both qualitative as well as quantitative changes. Then it is possible to predict the rate of development by seeing a slow learner and superior child, but it cannot be predicted accurately. Yes, development we can predict by comparing to the other learners, but it cannot be predicted accurately. Then growth can be defined as one part of development. Yes, growth it is a part of development, and development is associated with overall changes in the behavior. Then development can occur without growth, but growth will not occur without development. Then people develop at different rates. Some may develop very slowly, some may develop fast. Then individual differences are caused by differences in heredity, endowments, and environmental influences. So there are individual differences. Some they may develop slowly, some may develop at faster rate, and this is because of the heredity, environmental influences. Then let us see stages of human development. So let us see all the stages here. First one is prenatal period. Until the birth is known as the prenatal period. Then next one is infancy, birth to 2 weeks. Yes, when a new baby is going to born, till 2 weeks we can call them infancy period. Then babyhood, from 2 weeks to 2 years. Then childhood, again childhood divided into two types. One is early childhood, this is from 2 years to up to 6 years. Then later childhood, it is from 6 years to 12 years. Then next one is pre-adolescence, it is from 11 years to 13 years. For girls, pre-adolescence period is 11 years to 13 years, and for boys pre-adolescence period is 12 years to 14 years. Then next comes adolescence. Adolescence is 13 years to 17 years. And later adolescence, this is from 17 years to 19 or 20 years. Then adulthood. Adulthood from 21 years to 40 years period is known as the adulthood. Then middle age comes from 40 to 60. Then old age is 60 and above. So remember these stages. Then let us see there are main 3 stages of child development overall. One is early childhood, the second one is later childhood, third one is adolescence. Yes, many times questions will arise on these stages. So here the first one is early childhood. In this stage, children like to do work independently. Yes, they are doing work independently in early childhood, and they don't like to intervene by others in their work, and they spend a lot of time in playing with toys. Yes, children show disobedience, aggression. Yes, in their behavior. Then it is a sensitive period, also period of language development. Then in early childhood, children are ready for school, learn to identify the members of the family, get involved in their surroundings. Yes, in early childhood, the children, they are going to find their parents, they are going to find their family members, and they are ready to go to a school. They learn, they will identify different members who are living in their surrounding. Then here children are very curious at this age, at this stage. They love to experiment with the things. So next let us see later childhood. Later childhood, this stage is known by many names such as elementary stage, troublesome stage or latency stage. And here in this stage children learn the value of their societies. Then this stage is very significant, and children engage themselves in academic activities. Yes, in later childhood they start with academic activities. Then they start making the friends. Best friends are important at this stage. Then whatever children are going to learn and experience at this stage greatly influence on their later life. Then they develop creative potential at this stage. So the next one is adolescence. So in adolescence, this stage is also known as the stage of stress and storm. So children face many social, biological and personal changes during this stage. And whatever changes are taking place biosocially, biologically and personally, these changes are going to make adolescence a difficult period to manage. So this stage is also known as the critical stage. Then in this stage hormonal influences play a leading role. Yes, to attain a sexual maturity. Yes, all the hormonal changes are going to take place in adolescent stage only. Then let us see some areas in child development. So first one is physical domain, second one is cognitive domain, third one is social and emotional domain, fourth one is moral domain, the next one is language domain, and the next one is personal domain. These are the some areas in child development. So first let us start with physical domain. So this domain is related to the development of one's physical aspects. Then it is associated with quantitative changes. Whatever changes are taking place physically, we can measure. And this development is also called maturation. So this physical domain includes gross motor development. It means example changes in legs and arms. Then it also includes motor development such as hands and fingers, sensory motor development, changes in vision, touch and smell. Then cephalocaudal development, where development takes place from head to toe, is known as the cephalocaudal development. So according to this development, the child first gains control of the head, then the arm, then the leg. Then proximo-distal development. So here where development starts in the center and moves to the periphery. Accordingly, the spinal cord develops before other parts of the body. So this is known as the proximo-distal development. So first spinal cord will be developed, later on other body parts will be developed. Next let us move to the cognitive domain. So this domain is related to the development of one's intelligence. Yes, please remember, cognitive development is related to intelligence. And here the ability to think, reason, analyze is known as the cognition. The students will start thinking, they develop the habit of thinking, reasoning and analyzing. All these abilities will be developed in the children. Then Jean Piaget was a significant influence in this domain. So he gave cognitive theory of development. Then let us see social and emotional domain. So according to Harlock, social development means the acquisition of the ability to have by social exception. So in social and emotional domain, children are going to learn how to behave in the society. Yes, they will develop some emotional habits also. Then this domain is an indicator of social development. Children develop social skills like sharing the information with others, cooperating with each other, and they will develop the habit of patience, yes, with the peers and others, with their friends. Yes, all these social and emotional characteristics they are going to develop in here. Then the emotional domain refers to the ability to control and manage one's emotions. So emotional development can also be understood as a social development. It develops this develop is concerning with social life. Then next one is moral domain. So here children develop moral ideas, moral characters, right attitudes, behavior towards the people in the society. Then here children cannot make moral judgments until they achieve a certain level of cognitive maturity. It means until getting some level of knowledge, they are unable to take some moral decisions. So in moral domain, they are going to develop good habits. They are developing moral ideas. Yes, good behavior they are going to develop here. But still some level they are unable. They cannot make moral decisions. Then, according to Piaget, the child is someone who constructs his model world view and form the ideas about right or wrong. So, according to Jean Piaget, the child is going to form the ideas and going to take decisions. Then he believed that children made moral judgments based on their observation. So, whatever children are going to observe in the society, based on these observations, children are going to take decisions. So then according to Kohlberg, moral development is divided into three levels. First one is pre-conventional level, second one is conventional level, and the third one is post-conventional level. Remember this classification is done by Kohlberg. The question may arise here. Then language domain. So language, it is very important in the communication. So in this the children are going to learn about the words, symbols. They will start expressing their thoughts, feelings and desires. All they will learn in language domain. Then personal domain. All individuals have different ways of development. So here they are going to explore how individual personality is going to change. So next one is factor influencing growth and development. There are various factors which are going to affect the growth and development. Such factors are first one is genetic factors, nutritional factors, environmental factors, sex, early stimulation, child rearing practices. All these are going to affect the growth and development. So next let us see learning. So learning means, as you all know, according to Crow, the learning involves acquisition of habits, knowledge and attitudes. So learning means getting knowledge. Yes, getting more and more knowledge. Yes, getting inculcating some good habits, inculcating some attitudes. Yes, it is known as the learning. So learning, according to E.L. Thorndike, learning it is a gradual process where the individual will make many attempts to learn. So next let us see the relationship between learning and development. So here it is important to understand the relationship between development and learning. So some believe that learning leads to development, whereas others control that development leads to learning. So learning awakens the developmental process through social interactions with peers and teachers in such a way that it would not occur if the child were in isolation. So learning it is very helpful for the developmental process. Through learning, the children are going to interact with their friends, with their teachers, with their family members, and they are going to develop the communication skills. If the children are living isolated, it is not possible. So learning is very helpful for the development. Then a safe environment is very essential for the development and learning. So children need to feel free in the environment. They must be feel comfortable to express themselves, express their ideas, views. Yes, they must feel they must have safe environment. Then it is the responsibility of the school, home and community to provide a safe and secure environment for children. Yes, in schools, colleges, or in at home also, parents and teachers they should provide them safe environment. to the children to express their views, and this help in learning and developing his mental and also behavioral abilities, and children will also adjust with the life. Then early development is very crucial for further development and learning, and the kind of experience a child goes through in the early stages has profound influence on his or her later life. So whatever child is going to get experience in early stage or early childhood, it is going to influence on the later life. So irrespective of whether the experience is good or bad, childhood happenings influence both learning and development. So next let us see influence of heredity and environment. Yes, here heredity means the qualities, characteristics, features genetically transformed from parents to children is known as the heredity. Yes, some qualities, some characteristics, some features genetically they are transferring from parents to children, it is known as the heredity. Then environment means we know our surrounding, these are directly or indirectly affecting the development of the children, family, friends, relative, culture, neighbors, these are all elements of an environment. So first one is let us see influence of heredity on the development of child. So the first one is heredity determines the sex of the child. So as there are 23 pairs of chromosomes in the sperms and the ovum. So heredity it is going to determine the sex of the child. And remember the first 22 pairs of chromosomes are called autosomes. Then the autosomes are responsible for deciding and determining the growth and development of the body. Then second one is heredity has direct link with the physical development. So in genetic difference, physical development takes the shape. For example, some children have blue eyes, others have brown and black eyes. It means heredity there is a direct link with physical development. Heredity is going to determine some the color of the eyes here. Yes, if in family members, if parents are having blue eyes, children may also get blue eyes. Next, in another way, the color of the hairs, skin, shape of the face. So all these will get from the due to heredity factors. Next, heredity has vast contribution towards the birth of twins. So heredity it is also having contribution towards the birth of twins. Then heredity has linkage with the individual differences. Yes, we see some will learn slowly, some will learn very fast, and the speech power, speech modulation, shape of eyes, the shape of nose, texture of skin, hair color, all these are different from one individual to another individual. This is because of heredity. So heredity and environment plays a significant role in individual's life, and children generally resemble their parents or forefathers. And there is an end number of cases where children do not resemble their parents. For example, intelligent parents have dull children, even mentally retarded ones. Handsome parents have ugly children. These all are because hereditary, like saying goes, leaders are born not made, even vice versa also. Yes, this you must remember. So next let us see nature of heredity. So the first one is physical. Physical heredity means here size, appearance, the color of the skin, eyes, body shape, all are included in physical heredity. Then second one is psychological heredity. Here it includes intelligence, mental traits and instincts. Then there are some theories of heredity. So here just I am giving the names of these theories. The first one is continuity of the germ plasm, Galton's theory of heredity, Mendel's theory of heredity, Darwin's theory of heredity, and Lamarck's theory of heredity. Then laws of heredity, there are some laws related to heredity. The first one is the law of variation, the law of regression, the law of transmission of acquired traits, the law of dominance, the law of segregation. So next, heredity, genes and behavior. So we inherit characteristics from our parents. Yes, some characteristics are transformed from parents to children. This is in the form of genes. A child at birth possesses unique combination of genes received from both the parents. This is because of inheritance, and inheritance is going to provide a biological sketch of an individual development. And the study of inheritance of physical and psychological characteristics from ancestors is known as the genetics. Yes, this you must remember. The study of inheritance of physical and psychological characteristics from ancestors is known as the genetics. Then the child is going to begin life as a single zygote cell. Then zygote, it is a tiny cell with a nucleus in its center containing chromosomes. Then genes, every chromosome stores thousands of genetic commands in the form of genes, and these genes contain instructions for the production of specific proteins. And these genes are going to regulate the body's psychological process and also expression of phenotypic traits. And a gene can exist in several different forms. The change of gene from one form to another is called mutation. Yes, please remember, the change of gene from one form to another form is called mutation. So in order to understand the influence of environment in our today life, we need to go through this model, Bronfenbrenner's model. Yes, he emphasized the role of environmental factors on the individual development, and these includes, the first one is microsystem. Microsystem means it is the immediate environment in which individual lives. For example, child directly interact with the social agents like family, peers and teacher. This will come under the microsystem. Then next one is mesosystem. Here emphasizes the microsystem and widen its horizon of relationship. For example, how parents relate to the child's teacher. How parents are related to the child's teacher. Then exosystem, the events which are taking place in social setting. Yes, for example, transfer of parents may affect the quality of schooling, medical care, means of entertainment. So here the events in social settings where the child does not participate directly, but they influence on the child's experience. For example, transfer of parents, it is going to affect the quality of education. Then macro system, it includes culture in which child is living. Then chronosystem, it involves events in the individual's life and socio-historical circumstances of the time, such as divorce of the parents, regular fight among the parents. Then all these are playing major role in the influence of the heredity and environment of the child. Okay friends, this is about our theoretical session today. Now let us discuss some sample multiple choice questions here. The first question is, a 6-year-old girl shows exceptional sporting ability. Both of her parents are sport persons. Send her for coaching every day and train her on weekends. Her capabilities are most likely to be the result of an interaction between option A, health and training, option B, discipline and nutrition, option C, heredity and environment, option D, growth and development. Yes, here the right answer is option C, heredity and environment. Option C is the correct answer. So according to question, here girl's parents are sport persons and she obtained training from the coaching. Both her parents are sport persons, so we can say that her capabilities depend on heredity and environment. So option C is correct. Question number 2. A student's development depends on option A, heredity, option B, environment, option C, heredity and environment, option D, none of the above. Yes, here a student's development depends on heredity and environment. So option C is correct. So development, it is an increase in the structure for better and enhanced functioning of organs. And this development, it is a function of interaction of heredity and environment. Yes, the next question is, which trait of human being is determined by heredity? So here option A moral, option B temperament, option C intelligence, option D social. So here the right answer is option C intelligence. It is going to determined by heredity. So heredity refers to the trait that pass down from the parents to children. It is the most important personality and intelligence determinant. And these consist physical characteristics, functions or capacities derived from the parents and other ancestors. So question number 4, which disease is hereditary? Yes, option A ADHD, option B phenylketonuria, yes, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing wrong. Then Parkinson's, HIV, AIDS. So here the right answer is option B. Yes, hereditary diseases are passed on from one generation to another generation, and these diseases are transmitted in the same family. Question number 5. The nature nurture debate refers to option A genetics and environment, option B behavior and environment, option C environment and biology, option D environment and upbringing. Yes, here the right answer is option A. The nature nurture debate refers to genetics and environment. Option A is correct. The growth and development of an individual is greatly affected by the heredity and environment, as well as the interaction between heredity and environment. Question number 6. Which of the following is a significant fact about the development? Option A, it does not follow predictable pattern. Option B, it is a product of the interaction of hereditary and environment. Option C, all individuals have similar rate of development. Option D, development proceeds from specific to general. Yes, which is significant about the development. The right answer is option B. Development is a product of the interaction of heredity and environment. Yes, in our theoretical session we discussed it. So development, it is an increase in the structure for better and enhanced functions of organs. So it is the product of interaction of heredity and environment. Heredity and environment, these are the two elements which play a vital role in the determining the development of an individual. Yes, question number 7. A person believes that nurturing strongly influences the development of his child. He would not agree with the importance of. Yes, a person is believing that nurturing strongly influences the development of his child. It means he is not agreeing with option A, genetic factor, option B, psychological factor, option C, emotional factor, option D, all of the above. Yes, here the right answer is option A, genetic factors. Yes, development, it is a qualitative changes in individual, such as change in personality or change in mental ability or change in emotional abilities. The process of development continues even after the individual has attained physical maturity. Question number 8. The father of genetics is option A, Gregor Mendel, option B, Thomas Hunt Morgan, option C, James Watson, option D, Charles Darwin. Yes, here the right answer is option A. Gregor Mendel is known as the father of genetics. Yes, Gregor Mendel, through his work on pea plants, discovered the fundamental laws of inheritance. So he is known as the father of genetics. Question number 9. The book Hereditary Genius was written by option A, F. Galton, option B, Vernon, option C, J.P. Guildford, option D, none of them. Yes, the book Hereditary Genius, it is written by Galton. So Galton was the founder of the field of differential psychology. So he has written the book Hereditary Genius. Question number 10. Heredity plays most important role in the dash. Option A, cultural development of the child. Option B, physical development of the child. Option C, social development of the child. Option D, emotional development of the child. Yes, here the right answer is option B, physical development of the child. Hereditary plays most important role in physical development. So development refers to an increase in the structure for better enhanced functioning of organs. So it is the product of interaction of hereditary and environment. Question number 11. What is meant by nature in nature nurture controversy? What is meant by nature in nature nurture controversy? Option A, biological givens or the hereditary information. Option B, the temperament of an individual. Option C, complex forces of the physical and social world. Option D, the environment around us. Here the right answer is option A. Nature means biological givens or the hereditary information. So nature includes the biological factors or the hereditary information contained in the genes. Nurture refers to environmental factors including our early childhood experiences, how we raised, our social relationship and surrounding culture. Question number 12. A child who is high and low in characteristic will remain so at later ages. This statement stresses on the importance of option A, hereditary, option B, environment, option C, hereditary and environment, option D, maturation. Yes, here the right answer is option D, maturation. Question number 13. Individual differences in development of children can be attributed to option A, environment only, option B, neither heredity nor environment, option C, interplay of heredity and environment, option D, hereditary factor only. Yes, here the right answer is option C, interplay of heredity and environment. Individual differences in development of children can be attributed to interplay of heredity and environment. So individual differences means the difference which distinguishes one individual from the other individual. The determinants of individual differences in humans is related to the interaction between heredity and environment. Question number 14. Which of the following best describes the effect of heredity upon development? Option A, heredity determines how far we will go. Option B, determines how far we can go. Option C, it is the prime determinant of how far we will go. Option D, it is the prime determinant of how far we can go. Here the right answer is option B, it determines how far we can go. So heredity refers to the traits that pass down from the parents to the children. Yes, heredity is the important personality determinant that is going to determine how far we can go. For example, if both the parents of a child are short height, then the chance for being the short height of the child naturally is nearly 100%. Question number 15. A child's diet affects how tall the child grows and even how effectively the child can think and solve problems. In this example, development is primarily influenced by option A, heredity, option B, environment, option C, early later experience, option D, continuity. Here the right answer is option B, environment. So each individual is a product of the interaction between heredity and environment. Okay friends, this is about our today's session, and if you are preparing for Central Teacher Eligibility Test 2022, here for both paper 1 and paper 2 you will get complete theory lectures, complete MCQs lectures, mock tests, complete syllabus notes are available. To join you can contact 8179138413. Yes, I wish all the best to all. Thank you.